I hated this first NBT hoodie.
Hated it!
I might be the only motovlogger that did. They were getting paid. Everyone said it was great, and they were absolutely wrong. It sucked. They were lying. But NBT has a new hoodie. Did they make it better? Let's find out. Real. What's this? This doesn't look very positive. My point is, I don't mean any disrespect to the guy who owns NBT, because I'm sure you're a cool dude, but your hoodie and sucked, dude. I'm just being honest. Hey, Carol, who's this guy, acninjaa? You guys see this? Who even is this guy? Bob, Carol, Cheryl, Phyllis, Joanne, Beatrice, Gertrude, Barbara, Joanne. We got two Joannes. There's two Joannes that work here. Smooth like butter. Your hoodie sucked, dude. Sucked, dude. Was that you? What a beautiful day. Good day to be alive. Your hoodie sucked, dude. Sucked. Sucked, dude. Why won't it stop? Let me start by saying, if you're looking for absolute safety, a riding hoodie is not your best option. Everyone has their own value set points. Some people value safety overall. Some people value comfort, period. We know who those guys are. Looking at you.
Ah, not those guys again.
My philosophy on gear might not be the same as yours. If I'm uncomfortable, I view that as a distraction. And if I'm distracted, I'm not giving the ride my full attention. If you want to be as safe as possible, get yourself a leather jacket. If you value comfort and safety, the riding hoodie hits that sweet spot. Now that I got that out of the way, let's get back to NBT. It was 2 years ago now. I was looking for riding gear, wanted something a little more comfortable. And like many of you, I'm sure, I stumbled across NBT. They seemingly had it all. A cool name, 3 short letters, easy to say, looks good on the logo. Motovloggers endorsing them left and right. A little expensive, but your safety's on the line, so naturally I would need to spend a little more money for safety gear. Like a lot of you probably did, I bought the first NBT hoodie. It sucked. This doesn't mean NBT's a bad company. This is not personal. However, the first hoodie sucked, and that disappointed me. More so, I was disappointed at the motovloggers that I watched and thought I trusted. Any video you put on, it was, NBT is amazing. To be fair, a lot of those guys, I don't think really wore gear anyway, and they got paid to endorse a hoodie with armor, and maybe it blew their mind. Oh, a hoodie with armor in it. It wasn't that good. So I was disappointed. Let me show you what the first hoodie looked like. This was the first NBT hoodie. As you can see, it got a little small.
That guy in a little coat.
A few of the things I did not like about it. 1, the stitching. It's all single stitched. You can tell it's not reinforced. 2, the material is literally it just feels like a hoodie material. Now, it had supposedly their Tensile Tough fabric, their patented Tensile Tough. It's just glorified hoodie material. These snaps have hard plastic on them, and as a vlogger, it does this the whole ride. Even if you're not vlogging, that is very annoying. Also, the zippers are in a closed position. Let me show you why that's a problem. If I can shake your hand through my hoodie with my zippers closed, something's not right. And when I washed it after the first time, it shrunk to this size. Now, I'll pull it down. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but still, it's very... I've had clothes shrink before, but it shrunk to a point where it was almost unwearable. I spent over $200 on it, so I made a point to continue to wear it, but it was not comfortable after that. And like I said in the beginning, one of the main things I want out of a riding hoodie is comfort. So what happened? It got to the point where I didn't want to wear it anymore. It felt like I got ripped off. So I made a video about it, voiced my honest displeasure, and what do you know? NBT happened to see that video. I might have maybe sent them the video. To be fully transparent, I did send that video to the owner of NBT. To his credit, he watched the video. He was especially hurt when I compared them to Rock. I mean, that's fair. His response was they had a new hoodie. He even went as far as saying that the new hoodie was going to blow my mind. So did it? This is the NBT Hoodie 2.0. I've been wearing this for about 2 months now, and at first glance, it may look like it's the same thing, but if you look a little closer, it is actually quite different. Now, different doesn't always mean good, but since the first one, in my opinion, missed the mark by so much, the fact that it's this different is probably a good thing. But is it? Let's find out. Let's get to what really matters here. Did NBT fix what was wrong with their first version of their riding hoodie? Let's cover some of the points that I had an issue with on the first one and see how they compare to the new one. For starters, the drawstrings. I had complained that they were slapping against your helmet while you ride. I had to tie them in a knot kind of weirdly to get them to not do this to me the whole time I'm riding, and for you guys to not pick that up on the audio. Granted, not everyone's motovlogging, and if you aren't, this drives you nuts while you're riding. So how does it compare on this hoodie? Well, as you can see, there aren't any drawstrings on this one. That's a bold move by NBT.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
At first I thought, that's weird they don't have any drawstrings, but then I realized, what do you need them for on a riding hoodie? Nothing that I can think of. I haven't seen any other riding hoodies take this approach of just removing them altogether, and I'm all for it. It eliminates that problem altogether. So good job, NBT. Second thing that I had an issue with was the material. What I felt was the cheap feel and quality of the material, which directly relates to the safety of the product, in my opinion. So how does NBT Hoodie 2.0 stack up against the first one? Night and day difference. The first thing I noticed when I picked this hoodie up from the packaging is how heavy it is. It signals that this material is good quality, because that weight I felt out of the package, I didn't have any armor in it yet. That was just the fabric. This being heavy is for a really good reason. This hoodie has a AA CE rating. While it's not the only one, it's not super common amongst riding hoodies. Immediately you can feel and see the difference. Everything is double stitched. So sure, it's a little heavy. I don't think the heaviness is an issue. I'm not riding around like, this is so heavy, I can't lift my arms. It's not like that. Just be aware when you put this on, it's got some weight to it. Personally, I think that's a good thing. To get that kind of rating, it has to go through rigorous testing, which means it actually has been tested. Something I didn't feel very confident in with the first hoodie. It just felt like a cotton hoodie. It may not have been, but that's what it felt like to me. Without the double stitching, to me, that's a red flag. There's none of those red flags on this, so I gotta give it credit. One of my other concerns with the hoodie was how much it shrunk. I put this one through the wash once. Once should be all it takes to shrink the crap out of it, and I have no issues with that whatsoever. The hoodie's held up perfectly fine, and I've worn it quite a bit. It hasn't been an issue at all. Next thing we had an issue with, this might have been one of my bigger gripes, though it's the least important when it comes to a safety product. It was one of those things that makes it feel like you got taken advantage of, and that was the zippers. As I said in my first video, I only had worn it a few times, and those few times I wore it, I didn't even use the pouch every time. So for the zippers to break that soon, to me, was a big red flag. That just signals the quality of the product. It's not good. So to give you some background, I've been wearing this pretty much every ride for about 2.5 going on 3 months. Some rides I wore my leather, some rides I wore my protective armor, but otherwise I was wearing this, and I used the zippers quite a bit purposefully to make sure that they got good use. What I will say is the zipper, to me, doesn't feel like high quality. It's not a YKK zipper. You're not going to get that feel like Torque hoodies have, where you're like, oh, this just feels nice and high quality. But what I will say, I've used the crap out of this hoodie intentionally to try and break it, and these zippers still work just as good now as the first day. So I can't complain too much about that. As long as they don't break, I'm good. And another thing I noticed that they did was this pouch is now weather lined. So if you have sensitive stuff like your phone or documents, whatever you need that you don't want getting wet, you can actually put it in here, have faith that the zippers are not going to break, and the entire inside of the pouch and these zipper flaps make it so that you're not going to get wet if you get caught in the rain. Given how the first one went, I would say this is also a win. One thing I do want to say about this hoodie, the first one just felt cheap. You spent a lot of money on it. You got it in the mail and you open it up, you put it on, and you might not realize it at first because you're just excited. You got a riding hoodie, there's padding. And then you realize after you wear it once or twice, like, this just feels like a regular hoodie. The zipper breaks then. You start questioning, like, what did I spend all this money on? This does not have that feel. So props to you, NBT, because I think at the end of the day, what matters the most is the safety aspect of this hoodie. So where do I stand on the new hoodie? When I walk out my back door, I have my motorcycle gear set up on a rack, and I can choose whatever I'd like to ride with. When I had the first NBT hoodie, I wore it for as long as I had to because I paid a lot of money for it. I put that hoodie to the back of that rack and forgot it even existed. Now, when I walk out my back door and I go to get geared up before a ride, I found myself automatically reaching for this hoodie. It's not just because I was intentionally testing this. 1, it was comfortable. 2, I knew it was safe. And 3, I knew I could count on these zippers once I did some testing to not lose any of my items. Is it perfect? perfect? No. Is it close? Yeah, it's pretty damn close. I said it in the beginning, if you're looking purely for safety, go get a leather. If you're looking for safety and comfort and you're looking for a good riding hoodie, I think they knocked it out of the park. And that's a far cry from where they were with the first NBT hoodie. It's nice to see that they took feedback and did something with it. Something tells me they knew that they needed to make some upgrades, and they did that. Would I recommend this as a riding hoodie to you? Absolutely. When it's like 105 and humid, I choose the Alpinestars armor, but any other day, I'm choosing this. NBT, I gotta give you props. I crapped all over the first one. You did a good job. It was nice to know the owner, Nick, didn't take it personally, and hopefully I'm not haunting his dreams. I don't think I was. It was just a fun little skit to do. I just wanted to make it look like I was having you nuts, you know what I mean? I just wanted to feel like my voice mattered, you know? I just want to feel like my voice. Whoops. Oh, jeez. These shitty mirrors are next. You guys are next. I appreciate all y'all. If you want content like this going forward, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you already ride with this hoodie and you own it, I would also appreciate you leaving a comment, giving your feedback. If you appreciate my honesty, I appreciate you. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and obviously consider subscribing. I want to build a community here where we're open and we share information with each other. This community in general is already a great one. Got some awesome subscribers. Thank you for watching. Stay grounded, ride safe. I'm out. Peace. Peace.